With respect to the dead, too, these idolaters have special ceremonies. Upon the death of a person of rank whose body they plan to burn, the relations call together the astrologers and tell them the year, day, and hour, whereupon these proceed to examine the horoscope, and having ascertained the constellation or sign and the planet presiding therein, declare the day on which the funeral ceremony shall take place. If it should happen that the same planet is not then in the ascendant, they order the body to be kept a week or more, and sometimes for even 6 months, before they allow the ceremony to be performed. In the hope of a favorable aspect, and dreading unfavorable influence, the relations do not dare to burn the corpse until the astrologers have prescribed the proper time. It being therefore often necessary that the body remain long in the house, they guard against the consequences of putrefaction by fitting a coffin made of boards of palm and thickness, well fitted together and painted, in which they deposit the corpse, and along with it sweet-scented gums, camphor, and other drugs. The joints or seams they smear with a mixture of pitch and lime, and the whole is then covered with silk. During this period, the table is spread every day with bread, wine, and other provisions, which remain long enough for the dead one to eat a meal, as well as for the spirit of the deceased, which they suppose is present, to satisfy itself with the aroma of the victuals. Sometimes the astrologers tell the relations that the body must not be taken from the house through the main door, because they've discovered from the aspect of the heavens or otherwise that this would be unlucky, and it must therefore be taken out from a different side of the house. In some instances, indeed, they oblige them to break through the wall and convey the corpse through that opening, persuading them that if they refuse to do so, the spirit of the dead will be incensed against the family and do them some injury. Accordingly, when any misfortune befalls a house, or any person belonging to it meets with an accident or a loss or an untimely death, the astrologers attribute the event to a funeral not having taken place during the ascendancy of the planet under which the dead relative was born, but on the contrary, under the evil influence, or to its not having been conducted through the proper door. As the ceremony of burning the body must be performed outside the city, they erect at intervals along the road on which the procession is to pass small wooden buildings with a portico, which they cover with silk, and under each of these the body is set down. They place before it meats and liquors, and this is repeated until they reach the appointed spot, believing as they do that the spirit is thereby refreshed and acquires energy to attend the funeral pyre. Another ceremony also is performed on these occasions. They provide pieces of paper made of the bark of a certain tree, upon which are painted the figures of men, women, horses, camels, pieces of money, and dresses, and these they burn along with the corpse in the conviction that in the next world the deceased will enjoy the services of the servants, cattle, and all the articles depicted on the paper. Throughout these proceedings, all the musical instruments belonging to the place are sounded with an incessant din.